welcome back to Prissy Beauty. Today I have a tutorial for you featuring this little Nars palette. It's called In God Create the Woman. It's been around for a little while, and it's a little kit that you get from Sephora. I got that a while back, and you might have seen the video from the Friends and Family haul that I did a while back. In fact, it's the very few hauls that I actually do these days. And I've been wanting to do a little tutorial showing these shadows and how I use them and what kind of look you can put together. So I've put together this look. If you'd like to see how I've done it, keep on watching. I'm going to start by applying a base for the eyelid, and I'm using MAC's Paint Pot and Painterly. And how I like to apply this with is a little precision brush like this by Sigma. This is the P82, and I just like to run that all over the lid. And because this little palette I'm using today does not have any matte shade that I usually like to apply in the brow bone area, I'm bringing this Painterly Paint Pot all the way up, because that way it brightens up the area below, you know, underneath the eyebrow that I would otherwise highlight with a matte shade. And if you like highlighting with shimmery shade, then you can use the lightest shade in this palette. For me, I like it more when it's not shimmery, especially because almost every shade in this palette is somewhat shimmery. So that's what I did in the first place. And then with the little palette, I'm gonna use this shade up here, which is like a gold pretty shade, and just with the flat shading brush, I'm gonna pack that color on all over the lid. It has like this burnt kind of golden bronze kind of colors. It's a pretty color. It's hard to really describe it, but it's very pretty. So you just pack it on the lid like this, and then you flip the brush, and I'm gonna go into the shimmery champagne color here, which is the lightest color if you want to use for highlight, if you like that. I'm gonna apply on the inner third of the eye and the tear duct, just to brighten up the inner third area of the eye right there. Like this. Okay. On the crease, I'm gonna do a little mix of colors, and what I'm gonna do is use these two in the middle, which are the matte shades, or as matte as it gets in this palette. And all I'm gonna do is really get the gray color and a tiny bit of the brown and tap it off, and I'm gonna run that on the crease lightly. Do not want it too dark. You see? Like again, the secret for a good, pretty looking, you know, well blended eye is to not save any time when you're blending, really. Gonna do this little mixture one more time, and lightly go on the crease, and then blend it out. Okay. Now, on this palette, unfortunately, this shade here comes across green, but you can actually, when you actually swatch, it's more like black with some type of shimmer than any green. And I'm using this little flat, short shader brush, and I'm gonna dip on that color, and all I'm gonna do is build the little outer V area lightly, like here, and bring it into the crease and darken that area. And then obviously go back and blend away. We don't want any harsh lines. To intensify, I'm gonna just use a little pencil brush back in that shade again, and just in the outer corner here. A little bit too much with my blending brush, blend that. Don't bring that up, just concentrate in the area it's at and just bring it in. Okay, and then usually because we go over the initial color with the darker shade, I like to go back in and retouch the gold in the middle. And then with that same flat shading brush, we'll run that darker shade on the lower lash line. And then with the pencil brush, I also like to kind of blend that out. Okay, so you get that really smoked out eye. And because it's so dark already, I'm gonna rim the eye with a nude pencil to really... Every time I do this, I go out of focus. To help open up the eye a little bit more. Okay. Instead of putting a black liner that will make my eyes darker, I'm going in with the lighter shade. Alright? And then, as you can probably notice, I already have a little bit of mascara. I'm just going to apply a little bit more. You are more than welcome to line, use like a gel liner or pencil, whatever, and line the upper lash line. I decided not to do it because I'm really featuring the eyeshadows themselves, so I didn't want to really put too much on because I feel like it's already pretty dark as is. And if you want to run a little bit of mascara on the lower lash line is also good. Open up that eye even more. And that's it. So, zoom you in a little bit more. So as you can see really the smoked out effect with a nice transition from a very light color into a more bronze color into the dark. This palette is very nice. You just gotta work with it and see where you get with the colors. Unfortunately, I feel it's a little misleading the way the colors look on the pan and the way it really swatches. But other than that, I think you can get nice looks with this palette just by playing with the colors and how you would do it as far as the placement of them. So this is just an example of that. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.